going on, Twitch? You're here with me, Vice Games, and it is the 17th of January, 2024. Local time is 4 p.m. And we're going to get started with 3.5 hours of Pokemon cards and maybe just a little bit of Backpack Heroes at the end if I've got some time to do that. So, I've been revisiting the Espathra and been cleaning it up, trying to make it function a little bit better, and it seems to be alright. So I wanted to give it a bit more of a shot today, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see. So I am just doing a very, very quick sound check, and it does sound good. I might just put it a little bit closer to me, the microphone that is, just to ensure that all of you can hear me. And that seems fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this to the side. We might even just plug it into power. Okay. And I will be with you in 20 seconds or so. I'll be right back. And we'll get started. We can jump straight into it. Now, Tulip is already one of my favorite cards from the set. I tried really hard to work Tulip into Gardevoir, and it's pretty sensible how you would use it in the deck, right? It's just like a very cool Pokemon recovery type of option. But it's been a little lacking. A little bit lacking. So I ended up using it at Brisbane Regionals to see if, you know, I could catch somebody off guard with it, but yeah, it wasn't quite enough to put together what I needed to succeed there, but I mean, that's okay. Now, if you'll just bear with me, I just gotta check something. Let's go check something. Alright, cool. Alright, well, why don't we get started in just a second. So what I need to do, need to get the link to my own stream. That'd be handy. So I'm gonna go www.twitch.tv/ViceGames. Join us. Just one sec. Twitch is weird. Sorry, YouTube Live is weird sometimes. I had to fix something over on my other screen. My apologies. But yeah, we're going to get on with some Espathra, and then maybe we try Backpack Heroes at the end of the stream, just for something a little different for you. And I realize now is a little bit early for the usual pundits of the stream. I realize that. But that's why we jump over into the Discord and we let everybody know. So I'm going to go over here. Let people know. Hey, Flex. Flex, you're going to enjoy the game that I want to play after I do some Pokemon. Because the main character is a mouse. You're sold? Instant approval. It's called Backpack Heroes. And to me, it strikes me as being very similar to Slay the Spire as far as its gameplay loop goes. It's very similar to Slay the Spire, if you've ever heard of or seen that game. Okay. It's not the greatest start I've ever had, I will say. But we will try and do a thing. You've seen some gameplay? Okay. Let's see what my opponent does after we present the Flittle as our leading star. Artisan, going to be very helpful for us, of course. Let's see what type of deck they're playing. Uh-oh, exclamation mark Comfey. Why did it put the percent symbol there? Annoying. Why did it do that? Alright, well, Artisan. We're gonna want Xatu. Hey, it worked out nicely for you, Flex. And then we'll do this. And then we're gonna stance. We're stancing up. Yeah, just for me. It's weird. We're stanced up. And I'm going to discard the Espathra because we can always get it back. We can always get it back. I mean, more Flittle can't hurt. It can't hurt. Glittering Eyes. Leave them with a board of Manaphy. And that's it. Alright, not bad. Not bad to begin. Not bad to begin. A Charmander. The plot thickens, huh? Well, we're gonna bench a Mimikyu just to put a little wrinkle in their plans. Hey, Ghost. What's going on, fella? Clairvoyant. I should have used Artisan first, but it's alright. It's okay. And we pretty much just want another Xatu here. I can't really see myself needing anything else. So that's cool. And I'm not in a rush to play this Ultra Ball, right? It would have been really nice to knock out this Charmander here, but... It's fine. Well, I mean, I'm doing well, at the very least. Who lost? But, yeah, today was nice. I actually... I made an effort to finish work, like, right on the dot, and I was able to. So I'm very happy about that. I was able to finish work, start preparing for a stream as my partner was getting ready for work and things like that. So, yeah, it was good. Put up Mimikyu, I guess. We'll see what my opponent does. Maybe they play Cram. Maybe they play Cram. That's alright. If they get through Mimikyu with the Cram, well, we have 4 different ways to get Mimikyu back out of the discard pile, so we're not terribly fussed. So let's see what happens. We're starting with a lead here, so that's very handy for us. And funnily enough, the Burning Darkness damage ramp is not really a strength that they can leverage very well in the matchup that we're playing. Thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Ads be gone! Be gone. Thank you so much for that. Let's get in there with the Espathra. Now I need to try and find... There is a Pokemon we need to find, and its name is... Well, it's not a Pokemon. It's a trainer. Pokemon trainer. We need to find Tulip. So we're going to figure out how we're going to make that manifest. It starts with Clairvoyant Sense. I'm gonna Ultra Ball here. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Get another Xatu and try again, yeah. I think I want to bench something to... And then we're going to try Clairvoyant Sense. No good. Last chance. We need a lot for this to work out. That is not even remotely close to what we needed for the turn to work out, but never mind. Here we are. A paltry 70 damage onto the Cram, but you know, hope that we draw something useful off the top. Let's see what happens. At the very least, Cram isn't dealing with the Espathra on its own. They need to either find a way to place a damage counter, which typically not going to be the case, or use the Charizard. Here's the other line of play too. Knock out the Flittle. Hey, Naturia. Thank you so much for joining us. Good morning to you. Or, in my case, it's the afternoon. 4 p.m. for me. So we head back in with the Espathra once again and look to see what we can do. Hey. Alright. Because now we can get back energy as well. Right? We can do the lot here. So what I'm going to do is grab you and you and you and you. Grab all of those. And Mimikyu is going to continue to be a tad annoying. Let's spread the energy out here. Let's go 1 here. And then we're going to take the other one. And we'll put it over here. Boom. Is it worthwhile denying prizes at this point? I think we just go for it. Glittering eyes. You know, they can't deal with this Espathra very easily. Well, with Cram, I should say. They can't deal with it with Cram. They need this, or they need something like Articuno. Countercatcher. They can just avoid the problem if they so choose. Hey, Zelfie. Zelfie? Zelfie. Hello. How are you? We're trying Espathra. I had a build from a little while ago, and I was playing like Arven and research and stuff. Oh, sorry, Arven and TM Evolution and things like that. And I realized, like, they're just not required at all. You just don't need them. So I've just gotten rid of all of those, and gone for like a more, you know, Professor's Research and more draw and more consistency, and it's functioning a lot better. I like it. Alright, bro. Calm down. How many times are they going to be able to gust? Right? 1, 2, 3. Crazy. Is Iona good? I feel like research is probably the go here too. Putting Jinx down seems like a mistake, so I'm not going to. Yeah. Iona is not doing that much. I think I'm just going to research. Yeah. Maybe I could have thinned by 1, like got rid of Jirachi or Manaphy or something, but yeah, it's alright. So let's see how they go. It's going to take a little while to get through our remaining Pokemon here. See, I'm so glad that I've been holding off on using Stance, because several turns in a row there, they've gone Boss and Rope and just like all these cards to get around Stance if we were to use it. Actually, not Rope, but it was, oh, maybe they did. So, they used Boss, and then they used Countercatcher. So, I'm glad to have dodged those. Very happy. So I'm going to do one of these. We're going to go Rod. Yeah. Because we can go Rescue Carrier. Go those. I kind of want to put the Xatu in play. So here's what I want to do. I realize now that I can't use counter catcher here. Uh-oh. So the thing that kind of blows about Espathra is Glittering Eyes is a bit low on the damage. It is a bit low. I've been dealing with a sinus infection, but you're feeling better now, Zelfie. Well, that's good. Glad to hear. Alright, so I wonder what the play is. Do you just come in with Radiant Charizard again or not? If they can't take a KO this turn, then, you know, boss is going to help us a lot, right? Because whatever they put up is not going to be able to do damage. Yikes. Yikes. I need to keep boss's orders in the hands. Because if I don't take a KO this turn, oh, this is tough. I have to do it. I have to keep the boss in hand if I want a chance to win, because they're going to come in with Charizard now. So we need to be able to gust around it in order to win. But that being said, we do not have a lot of cards to work with. Naturia, you're looking to build a new deck. Any recommendations? So I think like Charizard is a great first deck. Not exactly like the one that you're seeing on screen, although there's nothing wrong with it as well. But so there's a couple of things, right? I think Charizard is pretty well rounded in terms of like how strong it is. Its cards are mostly not rotating in a few months, so you could like start building towards it and not expect to like lose any of the cards. I'm gonna do this, and then we're gonna have to figure it out. This is tough. Tough. So close to greatness. If only I had Cleffa in play for a free retreat. But never mind. So we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do this and this, and begrudgingly, I think we have to discard the boss's orders. Then I don't know what happens after that. Hey, Havoc. Let's try and draw some cards. Let's see what's left. Counter catcher is not enough. No, I don't know how I'm gonna win. I think they've got us in the end. I think they've got us. Yeah, not doing too bad, Havoc. Not doing too bad at all. How are you? And just to return to Naturia, I think Charizard is a great first deck. Miraidon is pretty good as well as like a new player deck. Generally, so what I want to do, here's something that I would like to suggest to you, Naturia. I think that what a good way to go about it is, I'm going to reply to you here too. So go to that webpage, Justin Basil's meta guide, look through the decks that are in there, and just look at like how they look, what they look like, and just pick the one that appeals to you. Pick one that looks like it would be a bit of fun for you to play. And I think you can't go wrong. Like, what I want to do, I don't want to suggest that you play a deck that you might not enjoy. So what I suggest is that you look through the decks there and you go, yeah, that deck looks cool. I want to play that deck, and then just play it. But I think that something to consider is whether you care about a bunch of the cards in a particular deck rotating in a few months, because that's what's due to happen. I would consider decks like Charizard, because the deck will remain mostly unchanged after rotation. There's like a few cards that rotate out, but nothing very expensive or crucial to the deck. GG? Is this GG? Boo. Wait, there's a cram? No, dude. We lose. So in the list on that page, the decks that I think maybe don't, like lose a bunch of cards. So I think that, Gardevoir is probably hurt the most, other than Mew. So Mew, the entire deck goes. So that's probably not one that I would recommend to a new player, but the other decks, yeah, have a look. See what happens. I also don't really recommend Stall, so I don't recommend Snorlax Stall. And it's not so much the difficulty of piloting the deck, so much as it is, I'm not sure if recommending a deck that plays its own game inside the game of Pokemon cards is really like what I would suggest to a new player. The Arcgigas sounds fun. It's interesting. I've never played against it, so it would be interesting to play against. Alright, what happened? What happened? We gotta have a look and see what happened here. So I think I need, like, part of it might be I just need more energy. I'm not sure if the Earthen Vessel is doing that much for us. I kind of just want to go... So let's say I have this many energy in the deck. What can I cut? It's not really a VIP pass deck now, huh? Not really. I'm gonna try without it. And we can put it in Basculin. Let's just try one. And we can pump that up to 4. 22 Pokemon. It's a good Great Ball deck. Put Great Ball in. I think Jinx is sus. I think Jinx is sus. And I think Super Rod is a bit sus as well. We've got the carrier to get back Manaphy and whatnot, so it's not too bad though. What the deck needs though is more damage augmentation, so we need more in the way of Defiance Band, I think. We could just try this list. This isn't bad. Try and get a good game in. How many Defiance Band did I have? 2? Probably needs to be 3. More boss? Yeah, I think you're right, Post. Probably needs it. More boss would be good, I think. So going first, which means no Basculin play. We can Artisan. Basic? Not really the basic I was looking for. It's Comfey time. No Cleffa either. See how we go. I think I'm gonna have to try and rearrange things under my desk. I reckon this is part of why my chair can be uncomfortable to sit in sometimes. I'm squeezing a lot in underneath here. You can't really see, but it also, it's like it's annoying because it sort of affects the way that I sit, which is not good over a long period of time. I've already done a lot to like clear stuff out from under here, but let me tell you, these are the trials and tribulations of living in a one-bedroom apartment. You're very strapped for space, let me tell you. In comes the VIP. Not bad. Double Ultra Ball in the opening hand. Not exactly what we were after, but what we're going to have to work with. Now, while we're waiting for my opponent, I made a tweet earlier today about coaching, since that has been a popular topic in both the TCG and VGC over the last couple of days. Longer than that, to be honest. But, any challenges tonight? Yeah, I'll probably play against some people, maybe a little bit later. But I also want to make time to play some backpack heroes too, so. But anyway, I made this tweet about coaching. I don't really mean to try and stoke the fires of it or anything. And I sort of didn't want to bother, like, putting my opinion out there, because it's kind of a, I don't know, people just being stroppy about it for no good reason. Or no reason that I care to entertain anyway. Okay, we got some cards to work with here, which is nice. I don't know if Mimikyu does anything at all for us, but we can put it back in the hand for like a second. I got Pinions. Yeah, sometimes. The thing is, my opinions are so lukewarm that like they're not that interesting most of the time. But I can't really help it. That's just me. We need to put Manaphy into play because we're still like not sure what we're up against.
Get on the beers.
Hey, Knights. Welcome back. Are you well? Bruh. Hello? Thanks so much, Knights. Thank you. Hump day, but you're working the weekend. Go do what you gotta do. Well, I hope you enjoy the stream that we've got upcoming for the evening. Glittering eyes from me to you. One bird to another, you might say. I did not need you this turn. Save up money for a new pinball machine. Bro. Tell me about it. What type of pinball machine? Like, what is it of? Mandalorian. Sweet. What are we gonna do here? If I yeet the Manaphy, that's a little sus. It's a little sus. I think we give up Xatu. Very annoying though, because stance. You know, you try to stance them. You're pro, but not that high ranked yet. Well, if you have your pinball machine to practice on, off you go. But that's awesome. Have you got like a bit of a space to put that in? To be honest, if I had a big house, you can win them. Sheesh. If I had a bigger house, I would have at least one arcade cabinet. I would love to have like a Japanese style one. That would be so sick. There's a type of one where you can swap out the boards for different games. I'd totally be down. Some Street Fighter 3 into you. You have 6? Nice. Your dad used to own a Doctor Who pinball machine? That's awesome. But yeah, I got distracted, as I do. So I put some thoughts out there about coaching. Basically, I basically led with like I wasn't going to put my opinion out there because I think that common sense is sort of what you got to apply, you know, to most things, but also this. And it's that like, you know, it's fine as long as people who are offering the coaching have good intentions. Okay, we're gonna research. Just so that we can keep things going here. And what I mean... I guess what I mean by that is... Sheesh, I really need to get Jirachi into play too. Please, please give me Jirachi. Nice. Nice. We keep the energy in hand as well, I think. Cool. I gotta cut this. I do not need choice belt. Or maybe I do. Nah, I reckon I don't. I reckon I don't need choice belt. I just need to find spans. Hmm. Yeah, so it's just common sense, right? As long as the coaches out there aren't have good intentions. So like they actually genuinely want to engage in the mission of helping other people improve and uplift their skills as players, and well-intentioned, like they're not just out to try and fleece people out of their money or anything like that. I think it's fine, you know? And if you are somebody who is annoyed by people offering coaching when their accolades may not reflect what you might ideally want out of a coach, I mean, all I say to you is, wouldn't it be so great if every single top level, you know, top 32, top 8 regionals level player was also somebody that had the availability, the competency, the aptitude, and the empathy required for coaching, right? If all of them could do that, then there wouldn't be a debate, because those are the people that would be getting the requests for coaching, and everybody else would be pushed to the wayside. You know, if you're somebody who's big enough, who's got like a diverse enough funnel of content and income streams and all that sort of thing, you might get to a point where coaching is not worth your while, and so you disengage from it, right? Especially if you've got to lower your prices to a point where you would make more money investing into more videos or whatever it is, right? But it's not the case. So the right people are taking up that niche, that category of I don't know, engaging with Pokemon. And until more accomplished and more skilled coaches fill the space, there's not really much to say. Be mad about it, fine. Be annoyed by it, fine. But if you want to do something about it, then you start offering your coaching services. Nothing against top tier players. Have seen some starting to stream lately and they're interesting. Yeah. It's, there's more to it than just being cracked at the game. Although I will say that there are some top level players that can just decide to go live, and they'll hit viewership 5 times bigger than mine. You know, brand recognition or like name recognition does count for a lot, for sure. Somebody like me, I gotta work at it. Yeah. Alright, so not the matchup where we need Manaphy, is the matchup where we need Jirachi. We're up against Sablezard. And I think they're going to have trouble with us. Just so long as we can continue to get energy down, right? Clairvoyant Sense. Yeah, definitely triple, definitely. I'm just gonna Iono. Bring them down to 3 cards and be ultra annoying. Flittle and Super Rod. Perfect. Perfect. That's what I'm talking about. Glittering Eyes. No problem. I don't wanna yap about it too much, because like I can't really say much as somebody who only has maybe a couple of dozen viewers at a time, right? Until I can show or prove something with the proof, then like all I'm doing is saying stuff and like maybe I'm right, maybe I'm not. I don't really like saying that or speaking to that, right? I think that most of the time people are just doing what's right for them. And if what they've got time for is to occasionally go live and stream because they feel like it or because they want to try it, then yeah. But I think like the well-established ones, you know how to put on a good show, like a good streaming experience, and know what's important to the viewers and all that sort of stuff. I can only do what I can as somebody who works full-time. So, and in a position of, you know, fortunate privilege where I can spend a bunch of my free time on this and not, you know, looking after a family or desperately, you know, working a job that doesn't have flexibility and things like that. So I'm just trying my best in the precious time that I do have. There isn't many ways to expand inside PTCG. I don't know if that's true. I hate trying to excuse why I haven't tried to do more. But I feel like the game is going in the direction that I thought that it could or it should. So the whole like Jake Gearhart versus Bradner event, that is a good example of what needs to happen. So big collaborations between the top players playing against each other and things like that. That's funny. Read the card, bro. What's going on? What have you done? What have you done? Very annoying HP, though, I will say. We're gonna stance. Playing the pre-release deck, yeah. Yeah. How you going at Memphis? What you up to? I wonder if this deck would be good with Practice Studio plus Vitality Band. So that we're doing 160. Could be alright. Just vibing. Good on you. Good on you. So we're up against a pretty tough matchup. Charizard is a bit of an unfortunate Pokemon for us to try and hit through here. Maybe I need something cheeky like Radiant Charjabug in this deck. Or Radiant Alakazam. Radiant Charjabug would be hilarious. I kind of want to try it. Oh, I'm dumb. Wait. Yeah, I'm dumb. Dang. Alright, bro. Show me what you got. We do take a prize lead, so that's something. If we have to try and punch through another Charizard, that's going to be a bit tough. What's our Iono situation? We still got 2. I'm waiting for them to use boss's orders on Jirachi so I can just rot it back. What do we think? Practice Studio, Vitality Band, Charger Bug. I kind of want to try it. It seems hilarious to me. Just vibing, huh? Hey, there it is. Ooh, the Xatu, of all things. Of all things, it's the Xatu you want to dispatch. Interesting. Yo! Military! 20 streams? Buddy. You're a beast. Oh! 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 They're in trouble. They're whiffing. They're whiffing. Uh-oh. Oh no, dude. You're getting wrecked. I'm gonna put energy on the Xatu just in case they decide to get funky. Glittering eyes. How's games going? Well, this is our second game, and it's actually going pretty well. We've been able to withstand the Charizard, the Sablezard, I should say. I did make a mistake, kind of made a mistake earlier, right? There was a turn where I decided to stance up and attack with my other Espathra, and I forgot that the Radiant Charizard had, you know, had the Combustion Blast effect. So, like, maybe I didn't have to worry about it, but I don't know what they're looking to achieve by doing that. Bro, you lose. An interesting move. Okay. Interesting move. Maybe my opponent will forget to evolve. Or click Iono before evolving. We got the win on Sablezard. I thought that game was lost, but I guess they bricked earlier. And it was on that turn that I mentioned where I stanced, but then forgot that the Charizard couldn't attack anyway. I guess my thought process is I assumed that they would find a way to switch, but they didn't. So it worked out. Basculin seems unnecessary. What did I cook in the end last night? Espathra was the only thing that I was working on other than playing Gardevoir yesterday. Let's have a think about this deck, right? Because imagine first of all, Charger Bug. Oh wait, it's Pokemon V? Cringe. I guess it's Alakazam, right? Alakazam's what you put in. You can also Mind Ruler them too with Alakazam, which is kind of cool. Alright, we take out Basculin, put in Radiant Alakazam. That's probably it. Oh, food. Yeah, what did we end up having? We had like kind of a stir fry, mince and some vegetables. I cut up some sweet potato, and I was a little bit lazy. I just had some frozen veg in there too. And that was alright. Yeah. Noivern's kind of lit. This is kind of cool. We would need the dark energy for it, though, is the problem. If we want to use 7th Echo. I guess Radiant Hunt is also good. Alright, maybe Alakazam is enough. Maybe Alakazam's enough. Cut this. Keep trying. I think if you can get stray damage anywhere and start moving it with Alakazam, that's pretty good for us. So let's see how we go. We're up against 200 rank. So maybe somebody who's new or somebody who hasn't played in a little while. So let's see how we go. Temper our expectations. We are playing Espathra after all. It's not the strongest deck. Going first is very important for us because we don't really have any go second mitigation. We do have Cleffa, which is questionable at best. We're going to open with Jirachi here. Let's see how we go. Up against Charizard of some description. Good. Good. Sure. Absolutely playable. So we'll see what happens, shall we? Arvin. Alright. Alright, alright, alright. I want to put out a poll. I'm going to do a poll. Are you interested in Power World? I'm gonna say yes, no, maybe. I think that I'm gonna be streaming a little bit of it at the very least. I'm gonna draw. So this is a small sort of order of operations thing, right? The outcome that I want is for Xatu to draw me a supporter, right? So, we're going to try and thin the deck with Great Ball. We start with that. And we might take, you know, potentially Mimikyu here. I kind of want to go Natu, though. I want to go Natu. The game's not letting me pick it. So, I guess it's going to be a Flittle. I'm going to grab Flittle. Put down our Xatu. And we're going to use Clairvoyant Sense to power up the Flittle on the left, since that one can evolve this turn. And so with that, I'm looking to put energy on this one. And then we'll just charge energy here. So that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, so Power World, it's very interesting looking, right? When it was first unveiled, it looked like a bit of a meme. When I look at that game, and when I watch like some of the gameplay of that game, it looks like they've rolled like a lot of different popular multiplayer games all into one. And put a layer of monster trainer type of layering on it, right? So when I look at it, I see a lot of the... It looks very like Fortnite-esque, but also, you know, base building and management, which is like, I don't know, like Minecraft. you've got like an aspect to it that it has like a lot of the sound design of a game like Breath of the Wild, to be honest, which also reminds me of like Genshin Impact. And it's about like catching and training monsters, I guess, called pals. So I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna be playing it because it does look legitimately fun. At first, it just seemed like a meme, like it was just gonna be shovelware, whatever. Like you know, it doesn't look that interesting, but it does actually look pretty interesting. And like they've developed the idea way further than it being a meme, like it seemed initially. So, and like I'd be lying if I wasn't also looking at it through the lens of being a live streamer here on Twitch, right? There are a lot of people who are going to be playing it. There's going to be a lot of eyes on it, and I feel like it's a bit of a, it might be a bit of a nexus for content creators in the Pokemon space to be able to, you know, like interact with other communities and other people that they normally wouldn't have the chance to, right? So that's the way that I look at it. A lot needs to happen off this one draw, so let's see what happens. Clairvoyant Sense. Okay. We're going to do it like this because we're going to play Tulip this turn. We got another Flittle. Oh wait, I messed up. I needed to Ultra Ball for a Espathra and I just didn't do it. I'm really dropping the ball here. And I could have retreated and got one more energy off that too. We're just gonna go with Psychic here. We're just gonna go with Psychic. Cheeky little 30 damage. Thornton would be good in this deck. Maybe. Dude, I really messed up that turn. Oops. So much sequencing there. I blame talking about Power World. But anyway, yeah, we're going to try it on Friday. It releases at 6 p.m. my time on Friday. We're going to jump in, see what it's about, see if we like it. Yeah, it's basically Pokemon, but also Fortnite, also base building and Minecraft-y type stuff. Yeah. So it should be a bit of fun. Maybe if we've got enough people interested in our stream community, maybe we'll start a server. Because you can play with 32 people concurrent on one server. So that would be a lot of fun if we could play together. I don't know like how it's going to go like if we're across the ocean from each other. Like how that works. But yeah, it could be alright. Ooh, okay. Alright. So I need to do at least one here. One Clairvoyant Sense. Alright, that's not really what I wanted to draw. But it'll do. I actually really needed to do the second one here too. You'd be down for multiplayer? I just think it'll be a bit of fun if we do it. So, Alright, we're stanced. Stance up. Stance up. I think we hold this hand. Because I'm not desperate to set up anything else. I would really like to get rid of the Lost City. I would like to get rid of that. Because if they just go quick search boss and knock out our other Flittle, that's a little unfortunate. That could be bad. They may decide to preserve their energy, but we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised to see boss knock out Flittle. You know what also might go alright in this deck? One Devolution TM. Because if they bounce their Pokemon around to like try and avoid the KO, it's gonna be a Flittle. Yeah. It's really annoying. Lost City, I hate you! But it's fair. I hate you, but it's fair. Okay. Get in there, Espathra. See, it would have been such a solid rescue carrier. It would have been so good. Hey, Thinking Card Gamer, hello. It's good to be streaming. We can think about what to do next turn. Alright, we're just gonna go Glittering Eyes, see what we get. We're getting dusted by a Lost City here, though. No counter stadium for it, you see. So... yeah, damage is not very good. It's a bit underwhelming. Where's that Jinx? I need to put Jinx back in. That also would have been a really good turn for Alakazam. Move some damage off the off that Charizard there, but what do you do? I think it's pretty bad. Let's stance on out. Stancing and dancing. We got owned by Lost City there. Not much we can do about it. Just need more counter stadiums. Let's have a look. We probably now that we've decided to take out our VIPs, more Artisan does make sense. Take out Great Ball, and I think just take out a Level Ball. Maybe an Energy. 11's been pretty good, though. Not bad. I think it's been like a healthy amount, the 11. Going beneath that, it starts getting a little dicey. Let's try the list. I'm gonna get some water before I play another game. I'll be right back. Be right back. Just getting water. Just getting water. Any decks I want to play against? No, I think just playing against whatever. On the ladder. We just want to get in a nice game or two for the YouTube. It would be nice to make an Espathra deck profile, because I haven't done that yet. And Espathra is a pretty cool card, so it'd be nice to cover it. Hey, Kazin, thank you so much for the follow there. Much appreciated. Welcome to the cool trainers. Blue Sonic with the 45. That's dedication. Thank you so much for continuing to support the stream. Whether you're here chatting or lurking. You've been watching the YouTube and it's taught you a lot. I'm so glad to hear that, Kazin. It does remind me that no matter how many views I get on a video, that there is somebody out there who's sort of getting value from them. And, you know, it pleases me to hear that even one person finds it useful to them. So thank you so much for letting me know. Now, I'm going to have to get Manaphy out of the active ASAP. This is not good. We're going to have to figure this out. You're 800 now? Fantastic. What deck have you been playing? Kazin. Also, okay, so last year was the year of the Whooper Gang, right? And, like, I never want to dismiss the Whooper Gang, right? But I'm wondering if there's something else. So, like, at the moment, I'm using the cool trainers as the call out to the community. Wonder if there's anything else. Thinking Card Gamer. Your game has improved a bunch by watching me. Really glad to hear. You love playing Gardevoir? Me too. Gardevoir is the ideal version of Pokemon cards for me. It represents like what I want to see in this game in future. Do we like being called the cool trainers? So, you know, Cool Trainer is the trainer class that used to exist before the Ace Trainers in the video games. And it just sounds funny to me. And Memphis, don't like it? What's wrong? What's wrong? Do you like the Whooper Gang? I mean, I like the Whoopers as well. Whoopers are funny. You love the Whooper Gang? Alright. I'll give it some thought. Out of Memphis. Hey, Ghost. What's going on, fella? Not much helping that position. Our hand is looking pretty miserable. A little unfortunate. But we'll try. It sucks. We need to stance up here. And we have no switches. Oh, I must have missed it, Ghost. My apologies. My apologies. Boom and boom. And it's going to be a clever angle, I think. A clever angle. Very poor open, but hopefully we've stuffed them a little here. If they can't put energy into the hand, then, you know, maybe we get away with it here. If only the Cleffa gets knocked out, then there's still a chance, right? We have Super Rod and Rescue Carrier. Okay, that's a bit unfortunate, huh? Wow. There's still a chance that they don't shuriken us. But I gotta be honest, if they shuriken us, we probably dip. We probably dip on this game. They got it? Yeah, okay. Goodbye. We tried. Unfortunate open. Can't help a bad opening hand. And it's funny, right? We need to run some amount of Ultra Ball for the deck to work. But I wonder if we can go maybe like -1 there and just like slightly go the other way. Just slightly. I don't know if that's going to be like hugely impactful, but we'll try. We'll try. This music's making me a little too relaxed. We need something to wake us up a bit. I'll jump over to this mix. Here's a favorite. Here's a favorite. All right. Yes. Thornton Turo. Turo would have a lot of mileage in this deck for sure. I do like the idea of including Turo. Turo might do well. Alright, we got the Alakazam. So, Artisan. Let's think about the minimum requirements here, right? So we want a Flittle. We want a Flittle. I want Alakazam. Exclamation mark Comfey. So silly. So silly. And I think we just take Xatu. Right, and the reason why we take Xatu is like we sort of expect something like either just a knockout with Cram or a rope. And if they're gonna rope us, I can't really think of any other. I've got to have 2 Xatu in play, because if I was to put down, let's say I put down a Cleffa on the bench, right? Or if I put down Cleffa on the bench and then I retreated the Xatu into the Cleffa, if they play rope in that position, the only choice that I have is to promote Alakazam, and that really sucks for us. We don't want Alakazam in the active. No worries, Flex. Thank you so much for hanging out. Hopefully we'll see you again before the end of the stream. Hi, Milk. What deck would I suggest to learn to play first, assuming you had 0 experience? So, funnily enough, we had this exact question earlier. And so my advice is to have a look at justinbasil.com. Now, I have to temper my answer here a little bit. Right, there's two things. First of all, I don't recommend Snorlax Stall because the way that it wants to play Pokemon cards is a little different to the norm, right? So, maybe not that deck. But, so we're going to do... I have to do this, normal attach. And then we're going to Defiance Band. And then we're going to Iono. This is still not enough to knock out Cram, which is really annoying. But we'll see. Alright. The game floats. The game lives. Let me just cook for a second, alright? Let me cook. Manaphy? Hello? Hello? Manaphy? Just give me a second, I gotta cook. Bruh. So, if I can finish the rest of my answer. So, I would say no Snorlax. But then otherwise, look at that list and pick a deck that, one, looks cool to you. If you like the idea of some of the Pokemon in it, I think that is the most important thing. Because there's going to come a point where you need to start, like, putting in the time to improve at the game, if that's what you want to do, right? If what you want to do is, like, continue to improve and get better at playing the Pokemon card game, then it has to be, or at least I think, it should be with a deck that you enjoy playing. Because if you don't actually have any attachment to the deck that you're playing, odds are you might not enjoy it that much, right? And you might not put in the time required to improve. I don't think we need Manaphy in this matchup. That's my sneaking suspicion. So, from that list, pick a deck that you like, except for Mew, because that whole deck rotates in a few months. And then otherwise, play a deck that interests you, I think. There's nothing wrong with that. We can use Counter Catcher here if things don't work out. That's good. Arda's on here. I think we just go for Jirachi now. Yep. Thin the deck a little bit. Take a Flittle. And then we're going to use Clairvoyant. Yeah, if you like playing all sorts, then definitely play the ones that interest you, I guess. So, Espathra. And, you know, this is going to be good. Because now we hit the Tulip. Right on time. We're not getting anything too terribly interesting out of the discard pile, but more importantly, Tulip is entering the discard pile, and that means that Glittering Eyes is going to be doing the damage required to punch through our opponent's board here. So down goes the Cram. We take a prize, and now what? Now what? I'm left to wonder, what type of deck are we up against? If I had to guess, it's Sablezard. When you see double Cram hit the board, and you see a lack of, like, variety in the energy, that's a good sign. Hey, Zero. Starlight 3 weeks ago, and Miraidon was great to learn with, and you have great success just executing the game plan. Yeah, because the deck is reasonably straightforward, you can just go through the motions of playing the deck, for sure. And because like it's the skill floor starts a bit higher, it means that you can focus on the nuance of the small parts of the game that you have to learn, right? We have to hang on to our Defiance bands now, because I'm expecting that we'll see Radiant Charizard. So we need to be able to deal with that. It's interesting that this is not the first Sablezard that we've played against. And I'm also still assuming that it's Sablezard, right? It might not be, but there's good odds. We don't have another Espathra, so I'm not going to push my luck. Not going to push my luck. But then we would have had it, so... what's it going to be? So, I kind of want to put energy on the Radiant Alakazam. And that might seem a bit weird. But I want the option to be able to attack with it, for one. And for two, it's like a bit more difficult for them to deal with it using Cram or even Sableye. They need Charizard for it. So we can actually get some work done with it, right? Should look at it as actually being an attacker to leverage here. Yeah, we can just attack here and then hit them with the rope, and it's like, what do you do? Right? Yeah, I like that. Not bad, huh? A bit of fun. A bit of fun is what this deck is. It's been really nice to hear that so many people have been able to just learn the game by watching the videos and the content that I put out. It is reassuring to know that I'm not, like, it's not a waste of time, if that makes sense. It's a good reminder to let your content creators know that, you know, that you're having they're having a positive impact. Comments and things like that do help. I commented on For the Win TCG's video where he talked about a change coming with his videos because he's starting to experience like a bit of carpal tunnel in his hand, which is really unfortunate to read. I'm going to hit them up with the Alakazam. Let's do that. Alright, boom. Boom. He talked about it in his latest video, so... and he had some like really interesting insight in what he had to say as well, so I actually did comment and let him know that I thought it was insightful. Hoping for the best for his sake. Double Xatu now. I'm not looking to push my luck though. It would be kind of nice just to push by playing a research here, but I also enter Roxanne territory too, so I have to be a bit wary, right? So I think that I am going to play down the hand here. And I sort of don't want to use the Espathra yet. And we got a Tulip left too. It's not going to be a Mimikyu game. I don't really care for Counter Catcher. So this might seem weird, but what I'm trying to do is protect myself against Roxanne. We've sort of got the cards remaining that we really need to be able to make the rest of the game work. Alakazam is going to be a difficult card for them to deal with. It's just outside a certain damage threshold where they can't really deal with it that well. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. We can really push our advantage here. Alright, they're roping. We didn't really want that to happen, but here we are anyhow. So then what I'm going to do next turn is I'm probably going to Tulip. I'm going to promote the Alakazam, Tulip to get back Espathra and cards like that, and then evolve and attack with Alakazam on the same turn. And that should be pretty strong. So we can get back a couple of energy and a couple of Espathra, and then we've got Rescue Carrier. So not bad. Not bad at all. Once we take a prize with Alakazam, it's going to remove it's going to allow them to attack with Charizard too. I thought for sure Roxanne was going to come out there. Dude, when did they take all those prizes? Did I mess up? I'm miscounting my prizes, bro. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, we gotta try. I'm looking for Iono. Alright, this is... Oh, I can't just attack with Radiant Alakazam either. I'm very afraid that they'll have everything they need to be able to win next turn. What'd they knock out last turn? I really want to Iono them. But if I do that, I think I lose, so I don't know. I can't remember if I've got Espathra left. But I'm going to try. Okay, good. That's the exact outcome that I needed. Because what I'm trying to do here is to prevent them from hitting me with Charizard. And I need to set up multiple turns of stance in order to, basically in order to win here. I should use the rod now. The only cards that I need are Espathra and Energy. And we gotta Iono them for the rest of the game. This is gonna be a tight endgame. They might just have it. Like, if they have Rope and Cram or something, like, they'll get there. But 24 cards in the deck, They didn't do enough flower selecting. Perhaps they didn't have much choice in the matter, but yeah. I guess the other risky thing that I did was, so by playing Super Rod there, now they've got a win condition where they go for Jirachi. So there's the Charizard that I expected. I was hoping that they wouldn't hit this combination of cards, though. Because now, if they hit Rope, we lose. We lose. Alright, good. If they threw away Raihan, I reckon they've got game in hand. So, we're going to have to do this. Alright, boom, boom. Espathra again. Iono again. Oh, this is going to be a tough end game. Very, very tough. And I don't know if I want to draw cards. I probably do. Try and dig for a boss. So boss is the last piece of the puzzle. So now we just have to survive this last turn, and we can clinch victory right at the very end. I had to play it this way. I couldn't just attack with Alakazam on that previous turn because we would just lose to Charizard immediately. They had too many cards in hand. And the Charizard is what I've been trying to play around for like half this game. Sort of like... Basically, when they've got 2 prizes to go, like they can get you with the Charizard. And now what we've got to hope for is we got to hope, one, that they don't just get Rope off this. And... So, like, they can still just put Charizard active and tank a hit. And so that's why it's, like, not like, clear-cut. It's not clear-cut. Stance is doing an unbelievable amount of work for us. They had to lost zone of fire energy as well. Clara's not enough. Not enough. Not unless they also have Rope. And that's a waste too. Whoa. We got a game right at the end. GG's. Close game, huh? Got them right at the end. See, I knew that Professor's research in the mid-game was really important. I needed to... Basically, I needed to get rid of a bunch of cards that I had. Because they were basically gonna junk things up for me right at the end. Clutch? Hey, Emmy. Yeah. Well, look, that'll probably be the sample gameplay video that I use for the YouTube. So, if you enjoyed that, please consider subscribing to me on YouTube or follow me on Twitch, where I'm live 4 to 5 times a week. I'd love to see it there. Otherwise, thank you all for being here, and I'll catch you in the next live stream or video. So, take care and goodbye. How was that for an outro? Hi, YouTube. Hi, YouTube. Hello. How you been, Emmy? So, I think it's time for a deck profile. We're going to do a deck profile. And then we might get in a couple of viewer games. And then we will and then we'll try some backpack heroes. So we're going to go over the deck profile, and then we're going to talk about Espathra. So first of all, let's talk about how this deck works. So basically, Stance makes Espathra a Pokemon that can potentially absorb more than one attack as a single prize attacker, which is crazy to think about. Like, let's create a hypothetical where my opponent doesn't have a way to get around the Espathra at all in their deck. Let's imagine that they had no way to get around it. Espathra forces something like an 11 or 12 turn minimum game out of an opponent that can't gust around you. Of course, that's not the reality, but Stance is a really powerful ability. It's a check to your opponent to say, I think that you don't have a way around this ability this turn. Right, and that's the way you have to look at it. And then when you combine that with, like, Iono in the late game, it can be pretty strong. Do I think Klefki is worth adding for these Lost Box matchups? If your deck is appropriate for it, then yeah. Yeah, there's no problem with that. There's no problem with that. So we got Espathra. We're using Xatu to power it up and to be our draw engine. Alakazam to move damage counters around with Painful Spoons. We got Cleffa for early game draw, and the free retreat cost is really nice. You remember this ability needing Tulip? Yes. Yes, you are correct, Emmy. I'm hiding like half the ability there with my big old shoulders, but yes, it does. And so we run a couple of Tulip here to facilitate the requirement. It's the attack. Yeah. Yes. Sorry, it is the attack that needs it, not the ability. My bad. Yeah. So I'm gonna try and move myself to the right a little bit. Does this work? I think it does. I'm just scared. I have to like sit side on to talk about it. Okay, well, this is kind of like, this is my weatherman camera. My weatherman camera. Where I get to be weatherman for a minute. You know, we got a forecast of not being able to attack the Espathra today. The Glittering Eyes doing 140 damage if you've got Tulip in your discard pile. Yeah, it's interesting. 140 means that it's 2-hit KOing Giratina. You run the Defiance Band in order to let you hit, was it like 340 over 2 turns against Charizard? And then you've got Alakazam to help fix damage numbers as required as well. That's the way I'll say it. So, yeah, I'm gonna move some cards. You're thinking about Espathra EX, since we're getting that card soon? Yeah, I'll definitely give it a look. So, alright. Now, we need some deck profile music, because as much as I like 1 hour of chill breakcore, it's not really good deck profile music, is it? We need something a little different. So, let's look for sessions. Where are you? There we are. And I usually use the Diana playlist. It's quite nice. Alright. What's up, Whippers? It's Vice here, and we're looking at a new one today. So, Paradox Rift gave us this lovely Espathra card. It's a stage 1, non-EX, no rule box to be seen, so only gives up the 1 prize. Low HP at 120, but it's got a very interesting ability, this stance ability here. So what it says is, when you play it from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you prevent all damage from and effects of attacks from your opponent's Pokemon done to this Pokemon until the end of your opponent's turn. And so the wording is such that even if it was to sit on your bench, and even if it was to evolve while it was on your bench, that effect will stay. It's a bit like Mimikyu's Dummy Doll ability. So it's very interesting. You could do things like evolve 2 in the same turn, so your opponent can't like escape rope you to get around it and things like that. And of course, like, the appealing part about having stance is that you can force your opponent to effectively waste a turn of their game if they don't have the answer, which is something like Counter Catcher or Boss's Orders or Rope or cards like that, right? And with the rise of something like Counter Catcher, it means that Boss's Orders comes down proportionally to that most of the time. And that means that more and more, you're going to be able to engineer these situations where your opponent can't outmaneuver the stance, and you'll be able to buy turns that other decks wouldn't be able to. And then down here, you've got the attack, Glittering Eyes. It does 70 plus for 2 psychic energy. If Tulip is in your discard pile, this attack does 70 more damage. And then Tulip is a supporter that came out at the same time, and it says, put up to 4 in any combination of psychic Pokemon and basic psychic energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. So that's the basic combo there, right? So Espathra can prevent an opponent from knocking out a Pokemon in one hit, which is a single prize attacker. So that's quite detrimental for your opponent, right? If they can't take a knockout every single turn against the single prize deck, you can engineer a situation where you overtake your opponent in the prize trade, or make it very difficult for them to keep up with you. Because I think when it comes to single prize decks, what you're really trying to do, what you're trying hard to do, is you're trying to outmaneuver and outlast your opponent's resources. And if your opponent has to try and use Boss's Orders and Rope and things like that, 4 or 5 times a game, they're going to find it very difficult to do so, especially if they fall behind. So that's the idea of the Espathra. We combine it with Xatu for the fantastic draw and energy acceleration that Clairvoyant Sense gives us. And then we've got a few other ideas at play. We've got a Cleffa here for early game draw. It's also a very nice pivot option. See, there's no retreat cost, right? So if you need to promote the Cleffa after an Espathra gets knocked out, you can put it up. Then you can accelerate energy to the bench with the Xatu, because of course Clairvoyant Sense only accelerates to the bench. You've also got Manaphy and Jirachi here to protect your board against the likes of Sableye and Radiant Greninja and all of those threats to your bench. And we elect to use the Alakazam here with Painful Spoons. So you might end up attacking sort of like in the early game, for example, with something like an Espathra with no Tulip, right? So an errant little 70 damage hit might not be that useful, but you can move the damage around with the Alakazam and use it to fix up some damage KO math. Because while Espathra does threaten a 2-hit KO on the likes of Giratina, you have to remember it's Pokemon like Charizard EX that really do create a bit of a problem for us. So to help us overcome the Charizard, we also play 3 Defiance Band in order to pump our damage up from 140 to 170. 340, that's KO on the Charizard. So we round things out with a Mimikyu here. The Safeguard ability is always going to be an important check, an important idea to prevent an opponent from winning in certain board states. And then we've got a litany of trainers, supporters, stadiums, and whatnot to help us set up. 4 Artisan. I find that flooding the board is really important with the deck, so 4 Artisan here. We've got 2 Tulip. It is already a deck where it's quite nice to be able to recover energy, let alone Pokemon. So we do run multiple Tulip, and just the fact that Tulip needs to be in the discard pile in order for Espathra to do the damage that it needs. And then to supplement the recovery there, I'm also playing Super Rod, and Rescue Carrier. So it's not double Super Rod because I think double Super Rod, double Tulip is not really required. I like Carrier because it puts the Pokemon straight back into my hand. And then I like Rod because you can get back Espathra if you need it. Sometimes putting the energy back in the deck can be important too, so you can draw it out later. Maybe you're hedging your bets against an Iono in the late game or something like that. So Super Rod's quite nice. And the reason why we run these at all, instead of just like War Tulip, is, of course, because we need to be able to get back Manaphy and Jirachi is required. So that's needed. Just one energy retrieval in order to quickly pluck a couple of energy out of the discard pile for acceleration with Xatu. Very healthy 3 on the Ultra Ball and 4 research. So we've got all these discard effects in order to be able to get rid of the Tulip, which is needed to empower the Espathra's attack. 4 level ball here for consistency. And we've got 3 Iono here for that disruption that I mentioned towards like the mid to late game. And then just a boss's orders and a counter catcher to help us target down the Pokemon that we need. 11 energy here is the count that I've decided to go with. You're free to play with that if you like. Maybe you want to go more. Maybe you want to come down. Totally up to you. Maybe you cut the energy retrieval and go to 12. Maybe you cut the energy retrieval and you add a second boss's orders because the gusting is quite light in this deck. So there are a few different ways that you can push it, a few different ideas for you to toy with. Also, don't forget that you can attack with Mind Ruler with Alakazam. It's an option there too. So look, this deck is a bit of fun, right? It's not a tournament winner, but if you put this together, take it down to your local league, you'll have a good time. There's certainly a very cohesive strategy here. There is an idea that has the correct cohesion in order to allow you to play a game of Pokemon cards successfully more often than not. And sometimes when it comes to these tier 3, tier 4 ideas, that's all you can ask for, you know? That's all you can ask for. So, look, I got a game coming up. If you enjoyed my deck profile here, if you enjoy seeing cards that look like this, please consider hitting subscribe on the YouTube or follow me on Twitch, where I'm live multiple nights a week. I'd love to see you there. Until then, take care, enjoy the game, and I'll see you in the next live stream or video. So take care and goodbye for now. Cheers. How was that? Did we like that? Successful? Was that a good deck profile? Did you like it? I hope so. And that's good, because that gives me something to edit this week. I'm happy. Who wants to play? Does anybody want to play? Who wants to play? Very good. Thank you, Emmy. Thank you very much. Flex, you're in? Alright, let's do it. I'm going to play with Espathra. Alright, see what you got, Flex. Test your might. Test your might. Gluck, gluck. Mortal Kombat song? What, like from the movie? The OG one? Mortal Kombat. Fair enough. Test your might. You're thinking the minigame ghost? Alright, I'm gonna have some water while Flex plays this turn. Something I really want to do is take the arms
Get on the beers.
off my chair, because they really get in the way. I don't really use them. Yeah, I know, right? I know, right? Pretty solid opening hand, huh? Not bad. I need to Iono. I have to do it. Can you just go Xatu? There is a problem though. You can all see it, right? We've got nothing. This hand... So the opening hand was great. But now we got nothing. Uh-oh. That's alright. We'll figure it out. So I might play 1 or 2 games against all of you. And then we're going to load up some backpack heroes. Play that for fun. Finally a stream for Ghost. Finally something for you, my friend. I played a bit last night, and it's quite good. So we're going to play some. Hey, thank you very much. But wow, they got all the energy. They got the turn 2 Garganackle. Wow. I did a little bit of both. I did the first bit of the story, and then I did a quick game. I didn't finish my run in the quick game, though. Lucky concealed cards. We take those. You didn't want to attack my Mimikyu, though? Cringe. Alright, I don't need Artisan. I don't want to put it into play either. So what I'm doing here is... What I want to do is try and attack with Espathra this turn, right? Good. So now I need to draw into an energy. And very kindly... we were able to hit one. And so now we go to the Espathra, but unfortunately there's no Tulip. So we are just going to be using Glittering Eyes for 70. A little bit unfortunate. Yep. That's alright. We will figure it out. And hey, look, at least it's a 2-hit KO on the Groudon. At least it's a 2-hit KO. Oi! Hey! Oi! No! Don't do that! Bro. Don't do that. Alright, well. My opponent has chosen not to discard from the Groudon, which is not long for this world. So I'm looking at Artisan here. I don't know if it really matters if we're helping our opponent or not, because they're not going to be too far away from being able to, you know, like set it up anyway. Have I experimented with Turo? I have not, but that is certainly an option. You forgot? You forgot? Alright. I think I just researched this hand. We can take an energy and manually attach it, I guess. But otherwise, I'm looking at, actually, I want to attack with Mimikyu. And I'm not evolving to a Espathra because we need to keep it unevolved, right? Bruh. Well, at least we've got this. Yeah, it's a little unfortunate. A tad unfortunate. Sorry, that's probably making noise in your ear. Sorry, but not sorry, I guess. I just want to readjust this. I want it to look aesthetic and pleasing for those of you that are watching what's on screen. I know that for some of you, you probably just got it on your other monitor, or it's on the TV, or something like that, and you're going about your business while I'm waving my arms like this. You know, you're out, you're doing your housework, and you know, I'm doing one of those ones. And somebody else in the room's probably like, "What's that man on the screen doing?" And I'm doing one of these ones. But at least the microphone looks good, which was what I was trying to angle at before. We should be able to take a knockout on the Koraidon. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I don't know. Uh-oh, I don't know. Milk, you're in? Alright. Espathra stall? That's not bad. I like that. It seems like it would be difficult to maintain, though. That's all. That's the only thing that I worry about. Yeah, I'll put you in. I'll put you in. Where am I looking? Cool. Yeah. Yeah, and it's kind of like how many bosses does your opponent run? Check this out. Check this out, Flex. Look at this. Do you like that? Do you like that one, Flex? I'm kind of down to play this slowly, right? So we'll use the Iono. Alright, we've got that now.
Sora!
So now we can retreat. And you just drop a Mimikyu Ghost Eye. Bring the Koraidon back down. And create a bit of an annoying position for them. Knuckle Koraidon, you like it? That's cool. Oh, wait. Energizing Rock Salt's gonna heal the Koraidon. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's if Flex goes for it. And sure enough, there it is. I think regardless, we get the KO that we want. Does Flex even get to Dino Cry this turn? Sorry, Wild Impact, or... I don't know. Yeah. The double energizing rock salt over and over? That's funny. Because you can just keep retreating. You just go boom, boom, boom. Over and over. That's funny. Have we got Espathra in the discard pile? We do. So down goes the Mimikyu. And then what? And then what? And then we go Flittle. Right? And then finally, we're going to go Tulip. 1, 2, 3, 4. I like the Mimikyu. How good is it? Hard to say, but we are going to stance. I am going to use Clairvoyant Sense. We'll power up the other Flittle. Ready at a moment's notice. Oh, wait. I want an Alakazam. My bad. It's alright. Let's speed things up. Alright, take a knockout on the Koraidon, and now it's up to Flex to figure it out. Energizing Rock Salt. Very cool ability. It's begging to be good, this ability. Absolutely begging. And I've tried, right? I tried making a Ting Lu Garganacl deck. It seemed alright. It's just not good enough. Just not good enough, I think. Now, Milk, if you're out there, I'm going to play VIP Guardi against you after this game. I need to get more practice in because I got regionals coming up very soon. Stance is very annoying. It certainly is. It creates a situation where potentially you only get to knock it out every other turn. So it's very, very, very annoying. The eyes from glittery the damage from glittery eyes is very quite good as well. We got a lot of energy floating here as well that we can work with. It's quite nice. I don't even know if that's worth it. I think we just want to be able to set up to be able to attack for the rest of the game. Also, something that's a little unfortunate is that Garganackle has 160 HP, which means that we can't knock it out with Glittering Eyes unless we're behind on prizes, which in this position we're not, so... You realized about stance at the last moment? Yeah. Very much helps me maintain a prize lead here, so... So decks like this that don't have a lot of luxury for the cards that are sort of needed to more consistently hit your boss's orders and gusting and things like that. Yeah, it was a bit tough. Alrighty. I think that might just be the end of the game. Oh no. Oh no. It's alright. Live and learn. Live and learn. Flex. GG. We got to showcase both decks, and it was a bit of fun. Nice. Thank you so much for the game. Thank you so much. Milk, you are next, and I'm going to be switching decks. Yeah, it's a bit of fun. I like it. Not edit. VIP Guardy. Are you here, Milk? Please alert me in chat. Dang, dude, how do I fit all this stuff? What am I not including? Not bad. Anything top tier. Anything tier 1. Tier 1, tier 0. Something that will give me a really difficult game, please. Charizard or Tina. Probably not the mirror match. But we'll see. We'll see what you decided to bring. What you felt like playing. Alright, good luck. Alright, Tina it is. We'll take first. And away we go. Start with the mulligan. No good. Okay. Got everything we needed for turn 1. Alright, looks good. It's looking good. Not bad. Not bad. Alright, Tina Cram. No Comfey though. Ooh, Abyss Seeking. Ouch. But what you gotta do, it does put a not insignificant number of cards into the Lost Zone, so we're gonna have to try and figure this out. Super Rod in there. So I want level ball. Bro, I really hope that this doesn't backfire. But what I really need Manaphy this turn. So I have to do this. Yeah, I think that's acceptable. So we are going to do this. Do this. Artisan. Need the Manaphy. Level ball. Curlier. I'm not going to greed and use refinement this turn. We're just going to step. Done. And hopefully this is fine. I was very afraid of turn 3 Greninja. I had to play for the Manaphy. If no Manaphy, it's quite likely we just get blasted by Moonlight Shuriken. But now we get to chill. No worries. And hopefully, the thing that actually happens here is that, you know, our Curlier gets knocked out and that's it. Hopefully that's all that happens. And then the Pokemon I think we put up is this Curlier, since it's got the routes beneath it. So that's in the discard pile sooner. In case we need to rod for it or something. Okay. So, Manaphy's down means that Greninja is less appealing as an option here. Switch cart into the Giratina. And that's a Shred. Perhaps. Or you go into the Cram. What? You would go into the Cram. You wouldn't go into the Giratina. Silly of me to suggest. Alright, let's see what happens. Alright, Path. Thank you. I was quietly anticipating that being one of the cards being played. So, very happy to have played Avery instead of Worker on the previous turn. We also get to Power Pad the Worker back. And put ourselves in a position that's not too bad at all. Artisan here too. I think I want to Worker anyway. And now what? Fog Crystal. Alright, now we're gonna do some draw. I want to thin some more. Alright, now let's draw. Go draw some cards. Hey, Dog Chow. Over on YouTube chat. How are you? Bro. Alright, Gardevoir it is. So this might mean a Shining Arcana Gardevoir attack. Where is that best placed? I think I'm gonna put it here. So, I think that the turn is we're going to be attacking a Gardevoir. It's a little unfortunate. But it's what we gotta do. Let's Power Pad and get back these. Yeah, we're dual streaming, Dog Chow. We're dual streaming for your convenience. I need to figure out what the rules are with having chats on the same screen. I don't know if Twitch does or doesn't care. I'm not... I know, like, in the beginning, they did care. They didn't like having both, like, YouTube and Twitch chats put together. But I think maybe you're allowed to now. Or at least I've seen other streamers do it, so... It might be only let the small streamers get away with it. So we might have to continue, keeping them separated, which is not ideal, but yeah, I'll look into it. Music's a bit loud. Turn it down. All right, what are we gonna see? Probably Lost Impact. All right. Fair enough. Happy to be seen. I see you. Thanks so much for being here, Dog Chow. As it says in the stream title, you're always welcome back. I gotta be sure that I want to put Path to the Peak down here. Let me get rid of the VIP. I need to discard a Psychic Energy here. This could be a huge mistake. Oh! Oh! Hello. Hello. So now we're going to embrace. And we're going to spread the energy out just a little bit. Just a little bit. Actually, we're spreading the energy out a lot, but I have my reasons for wanting to do so. Interesting. Oh! That's a lot. If I put 80 here... That's pretty good. I'm going to put 80 on the Giratina. If they just go boss, knock out Gardevoir, we've got reversal energy. So I like this play. Okay. I saw this play more than a few times out of Jake Gearhart pushing damage on the Giratina in order to soften them up for KOs later. So we'll see how this goes. You know, this isn't going to be an easy turn by any means for them. So we'll see what they do. Do you just hard retreat here? No, Lost Impact. There you go. A big old KO. Very good. So if I get a reversal energy onto this Guardy, what does that put us at? 5? 5 3s, 15, 210. Yeah. Yep. So I'm looking for reversal energy now. We're not going to attach the Psychic. We're going to discard it. And we've also got a nice opportunity to bench the Jirachi here too. So that's nice. We get to do that. And we get to do this. And we're going to start with Shining Arcana. Let me discard those. And we'll grab you. And this shuffles, this will jumble the order of the deck. Because we had reversal in our hand before. So now we put it a bit closer. Right? Well, at least that's the hope. Avery. Sure. Refine. There's the reversal. So now we can go reversal. Boomba. And that's a KO. But there's more. There's more. So I am going to evolve this Curlier since it's got a lot of energy on it. And we'll draw. And we don't need the worker this turn, so we're going to Avery. And then we're going to bring things to even, right? We're going to go... we're going to be on even prizes after this turn, which is fantastic. Brainwave. Boomba. Very good. We got Counter Stadium. We got Worker. We're pretty happy, right? If our opponent just slams Roxanne, then we're not so happy. Did we like that? Did you like that timing? Oh, someone clip that, please. Somebody clip that, please. I'm just gonna clip it. Alright. So, Gardevoir is going to be the card of the day here. We're looking for a way out. And of course, we've got a couple of cards with which to draw. So we'll just discard the VIP. We see an Iono. I kind of just want to play the Iono. Actually, we could... There is like a chance that we draw... into Worker. So I really don't want to lose the counter catcher here, but we kind of have to. Kind of have to. Another line of play is just a counter catcher around the Giratina, but I feel like this is worth. So what I'm doing here is I'm shuffling the deck's order, right? And we're going to take the Zacian. Since we've got two Rulebox Pokemon... we've got a Rulebox Pokemon in play anyway, a 2-prizer. So I'm not too fussed about putting down Zacian. Yeah, I don't think that we can go into next turn with this being in play. We're going to Shining Arcana now and see if we draw into Worker. It's not quite it. Super Rod is not really Not really going to cut it. But we could just put one rod back into deck. I don't mind that. Sorry, one Gardevoir. Just put that back into the deck. Because that'll allow us to draw cards. And then we're looking for the stadium, right? Not bad. If I get rid of Zacian, what does that mean? We should still be able to win with the Gardevoir. Unless they put down Giratina. But if they do that, we still have Boss in the deck, so I think this should be fine. I'm going to get rid of the Zacian. Now I wish I hadn't have benched it, but yeah, it's fine. This is worth. So now we go like this. 6 threes are 18 plus 60, 240. 7 threes are 21 plus 60 is 270. 8 threes are 24 plus base 60 is 300. Important to know your math for this deck so that you can calculate these things quickly. Oh, and I remember how I was able to find the extra space in this deck. I cut Turo. I cut Turo for the second catcher. So we'll see if that comes back to bite me. We've got nobody say anything. Nobody say anything to Milk. But if Manaphy or Jirachi get dragged into the active, I lose. Nobody say anything. That's not good. That's not good. Oh no, dude. Oh no. Cut Churro and see what happens, huh? Oh man. Dang. Dang, dude. That blows. They got me. No! So I really needed to put energy back with that super rod. It's just greed. Dang. Just tank a hit with the Gardevoir, I guess. Thanks, Ghost. Thank you. Dude, it's the last card. Really? Bruh. Oh, I can't even play it, because if I play it here, I lose. So I got wrecked. I got wrecked. I didn't hit the boss last turn, so I lose. Because it was my bottom card. Oh, bro. But, yeah. Doesn't matter, because I got no cards left. Imagine? Oh, man. Imagine? Dang. Well done, Milk. I got owned by boss being the last card in my deck and not thinking about it. You had boss's orders anyway. Rude. Rude. That's rude. But fair enough. Well played. Matchup's weird. It's alright. Alright. I'm going to switch games now. So, we're going to play a game called Backpack Heroes. It's a bit different. Backpack Hero. It's a bit different. So let me launch the game. And so, if you're familiar with games like Slay the Spire, you might like this one. The hero of backpacks, that's right. That's right. So just let me launch it. And we're going to get into it. Oh, please don't crash. Just give me a moment. I want to reset the window size, but it's being a bit annoying. I'll just eyeball it for now. Okay, so we're going to move on over here. And this is Backpack Hero. And there's our hero over here, the Backpack Hero. I need camera on screen. Let me just grab that real quick. I'm going to jump over here real quick. And we'll go this one. I'm going to go copy. And we'll go to Backpack Hero. And then we'll paste. And I'll have to figure out how to make this, how I'm going to make this appear on screen, right? Because I might be covering too much if I'm in this corner. But we'll see. So we're going to go, close that one now. And then we're going to go quick game. Start a new run. I'm going to play as Purse, the rat. And we'll do a standard, we'll do classic Matthew. Alright, so what this game is it's a bit of a strategy game. It's very close to being like a card game. It's got like a lot of elements to it that make it like a card game. I'm gonna make myself smaller on screen as well. I'm not sure where to put myself. I might put myself in the middle. I'll put myself here. Twitch is delayed. Yeah, it's probably fine though. Real time, watch me on YouTube. True. So I'm gonna talk to this dude. Fear not, he says. My name is Matthew, and I've lived here for many years. With proper organization, any challenge may be overcome. So what this game is we're a rat and we're going adventuring through various places. We've got a backpack that can hold a bunch of stuff. And to explore further into the dungeons and whatnot, you need to collect up, weapons and armor and special items that do things. And the thing with this game is that where you put things in your backpack affects like other stuff around it. So it's kind of like building a deck. You're building a collection of items in your bag, and they all have like synergies and things like that. So if you like card games, if you like deck building in a game like Pokemon cards, highly recommend something like this, right? Something like this game. So let's try it out. I'm gonna go with get a rare item. Done. So we got a plasma sword. Can be used one time each turn. Adjacent weapon above gets +3 damage. Well, that's pretty good. Takes up a lot of space, though. We're going to leave behind this sword. And we'll stick with the plasma sword for now. And so we click up here. And this is the map. So the map's really small at the moment. All it's doing is it's giving us a choice to go either to the left or the right. I'm going to take the left because the crypt is what I'm familiar with, this location. So we're going to go up here. And we'll go through the door. And so it's turn-based, right? Like a card game. And I'll explain it as we go. And yes, you can upgrade your bag and you do all sorts. I'll sort of explain everything as I go. So here's the map. You sort of click where you want to go. You can hover over everything that's here to know like what to expect, right? And so I think the first thing I want to do is face some enemies. If I go to, say, like the chest of valuables, the problem with going there too early is our bag isn't big enough to pick everything out, right? So instead, I'm going to go over here and we're gonna do an encounter. So this is a fight. Let me explain how it works. So it's our turn at the moment, and you click the things in your bag to do things. If you look over here, we've got this green symbol. Oh, also, I think I can put myself in the corner rather than being over there. So I'm going to put myself over here. And I might be able to make myself a bit bigger so you can see my face. All right, so I'll keep it in mind anyhow. So we've got the 3 in the green circle here. That's like our energy. It's kind of like having mana in Magic the Gathering or energy in Pokemon. Every time we do something, not always, but it can consume this number. And once we have no more of this number left, well, there's very few things that we can do and we have to end our turn, right? So let's look in our bag. We've got this sword, and it says that it uses 0. So that's the special thing about it, right? The next to the plasma sword, it says 0 in the green. It means that it doesn't use up our energy for the turn, so it can be very useful. However, it's got a drawback where it can only be used one time per turn, so we can't just like spam it till we win. Alright, so I'm looking at our enemies over here. This one is not looking to do damage, but it is going to throw this honey on us, and I'll explain what that does later. And then this rat wolf, it's intending to add 12 to its block. So if it's got block up, it means that our damage gets reduced by the block, and then, you know, the block comes down in kind, right? So on turns where they don't have any block applied, and perhaps before they add block to the amount that they have, we want to attack in order to get through it. So we're going to use the plasma sword, hit it for 12, and because we're not seeing any damage incoming, I think we end our turn. And so we're getting hit with the honey. We're going to put it on the food. And what the honey does is that items that hit with the honey, items behind are anchored for +2 combat. So I think what that means is we can't get rid of it for two combats. We can still use the honey, thankfully. Wait. Can I... Oh, I can consume the energy to use the honey. That's good. Alright, so now if you have a look over here, the rat wolf has 12 block. If I was to attack it now, we would hit the block, but we wouldn't do any damage to it. So we would damage the block, but we wouldn't damage the health. After this turn, that block will be removed. So what we're better off doing is just targeting down the bee. The bee's got this effect here, where every time I attack it, it adds 1 rage. When it has rage, I believe what it does is it boosts the amount of damage that it does. But it's only 1, and we're not too worried. So you see there, it went up by 1 by hitting the attack there. We're facing down 7 damage from the Rat Wolf, 9 damage from the bee, 16 damage. So we're going to block a couple of times. Comes up to 14. I think we block one more time rather than worrying about the sticky honey. We'll just do that. And then we'll end turn. This sweetens the food. Not necessarily. Does it? I don't know. I'm very new to this game, you know, so. In an effort to not have to deal with this for much longer, I think I'm just going to attack with the Plasma Sword again. So we'll do that. And we'll block. So we don't even need to block. We'll use up the honey. And then we'll end turn. Put the honey down again. Oh, we can't? Oh, no. I guess we're going to put it there. That's not good. So, 9 from the bee, 8 from the Rat Wolf. The Rat Wolf has 14 blocks, so there's no point in attacking it. We'll attack the bee, and it's dead. Because the damage that we did was higher than its HP, so we were able to defeat it. We're going to block now a couple of times in order to prevent all the incoming damage from the Rat Wolf. 2 more actions. Yeah, reorganize and scratch. Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, so I could scratch. That's true. So we can go boom. We can scratch them. Possibly just do it again. And then end. Yeah, it's a shield. It's a shield. So I'm going to block. Good call, Ghost. I didn't even think about using scratch there. We'll just end. So now we're going to go Plasma Sword, double scratch, combat's over. And so we won our first fight of the dungeon. So, a couple of things are going to happen here. We got some experience for the fight. It's up here in the corner. So we get to level up. So let's do that. And what leveling up does is it expands the capacity of the bag. So this is the part where we get to choose in which way to expand it, right? So I'm looking at maybe just doing it like this, and then we'll hit done. Get some items. So now we get to select items to put into our bag, and this is like adding cards to a deck in Pokemon, right? So let's have a look at what we've got. We've got a Mana Shard. So this is like another resource, kind of like the energy. And that's used up by certain types of weapons and other items and whatnot. I'm not looking to use it though, so we'll put it to the side for now. What have we got? Ancient Tome. Adds 1 mana to the connected mana network, plus 1 to the energy cost for this turn. Oh, so we can use it over and over because it's got 0 cost. That's interesting, but I don't think I'm going to use it. Clean Burn. Status effects on self are destroyed. That's like kind of useful to have. I like that. We've got the shoe hat. It's the shoe that you wear on your head. And what it does is it provides block just by being in your bag. Cave Fish. So it's consumable. You add 4 regen to yourself, so every turn you'll heal 4 HP. But it's destroyed when you use it. I think that the wooden knife would be really good for us to have. So if it is adjacent, if there is a shield to the right, and then this says weapon to the left. Alright, that's a little tricky, huh? What is this one? So it says if there is a shield to the right, and this one's a weapon to the left. So I don't think it's possible for me to combo with the wooden knife, but I still kind of want it anyway. Whetstone, adjacent weapons gets +3. That's probably good. Oh, I can't move? Oh, no. I think I want it anyway, so I've got like an extra attack. take this. And I'll leave the whetstone. Shoe hat can be flipped. Oh, okay. That's funny. That's funny. Alright, we finished drafting. So this is like drafting in a card drafting game. You want the whetstone? I mean, it is good, but I really feel like I need a weapon just to get us through not having something extra to go with the plasma sword for now. So I'm going to take these. I just need something for the early game. What have we got? We've got enemies. Enemies. Enemies? I think we'll do this one. A vision of danger. Unknown event. Maybe. Oh. Dungeon is collapsing. Ooh. Yeah, oh, so the other thing, Milk, is that you can only take 3 of the items that are offered. That's why. Might want to update the YouTube title. Yeah, true. You can do that. Backpack hero. Thank you for reminding me. So the candle gets rid of curses. We don't have... oh, status effects, rather. We don't have any to remove at the moment. So we're not too worried. So, we're facing down 14 damage. We're going to use the buckler. Go to 10. We'll use it one more time. We go to 17, so enough. I'm going to target the weaker enemy. I think. Just so that we can try and defeat it quicker. So we don't have to face down 2 enemies. Plasma sword. And then we're going to wooden knife. And see, the wooden knife should have been buffed there. I think it was. Yeah, it's buffed by the plasma sword by being to the left of it. Alright, we end turn. I kind of want to just eat the meal, too. It's anchored, and if we get rewards, then I want to make space. Alright, cool. Can it remove honey from the shield? I don't know. Alright, so we're going to go boom, 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 boom. Gonna eat the food. Boom. Nice. Nice. Alright, we level up. More space in the bag. See, I got the strats. Get some items. So what do we go here? Scimitar. When an adjacent or diagonal item is destroyed, get +1 combat. +1 damage. This combat, I mean to say. What have we got? Shield. Adjacent and diagonal armor gets +1 block. So it's a bit better than this one, right? It also takes up less space. So that's cool. Let's put the buckler to the side for the moment. Hard hat for each hazard. Cave fish. Lucky Star can help us farm better items by providing luck. New sword and shield. Yeah. I think we take this, right? So we'll put this over here, and then we'll take this and put it to the left of this. So the plasma sword buffs the scimitar. And then we want, like, consumables around it. So we'll take this. I guess that's all we can take. So now we can keep this, and we can also keep the mana shard too, which is kind of cool. Alright. So I think ideally we would have these shields next to each other, but oh, maybe I can actually. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's what I want. Because the scimitar empowers if an item gets destroyed, right? The lucky star is destroyed when we use it. So let's do that. Vision of danger. We got kind of a scary encounter here, so I'm not gonna try my... Oh, I might not have a choice. I might have to fight it. Yeah. Alrighty. So what have we got? Add dodge. And will not take any action. So dodge is a positive status effect where if I attack them and they've got dodge, the next attack will do no damage. So these like attacks with items that do very little damage but also don't use up energy are quite good into them. I think what I want to do is deal with the Lucky Wraith. When defeated, adds great luck. Alright, that's cool. We can also use the Lucky Star. I try and just burst it. So I'm thinking this. Boom. And then Plasma Sword. And then we use the Scimitar a couple of times. Alright, cool. If the new sword is sideways and the plasma is face up, does the buff still apply? Yeah, it would. So I could do something like put these swords both vertical. But as long as this is to the right of this, then it'll do what it needs to do. So we're facing 21 damage. That's a lot. Right, that's a lot. Removed at the end of turn. When 14 damage is received, it will change its intention to will not take any action. So if we attack it a couple of times and do that much damage, then they'll get... they'll not do the 21 damage and instead do nothing. But they do have dodge, so we have to get through that. We can start with the Plasma Sword, because it does no damage. Sorry, it doesn't use up any energy. And we can just go Scimitar here. So we were able to burst them down, and now they're not doing anything. Can you spam block? Yeah, you could. You could. Alright. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. And because we had a couple of boosts to our luck, we actually got some rare items here. I don't know about the bow. Frozen Hammer. That looks awesome. I think we want the hammer. I think we have to get rid of the shield to fit it. What does this do? Can be used one time each combat. If it's not in the top row, it's disabled. Adds 1 dodge to self. That's crazy. So we get to avoid damage. Each turn, add 3 spikes and add 1 block. That's heaps good too. This would be the type of item that you want for a block build. So spikes is whenever you're hit by a physical damage, they take damage back. And so they would take 3 damage. So you could just do a build where you spam block and dodge and stuff like that, and then use spikes. Now, not everything is going to hit you physically. Some will be ranged and some will be magic, and then you need a way to deal with those, but... yeah, it's interesting. And we got a key. I don't know, I haven't, like, really encountered what the keys are for yet, but I'm sure they're important. So, I like the Frozen Hammer. That's sick. That's pretty cool. We'll put this over here. We'll put this here. I'm feeling like doing something like this. And we'll do this. And we'll do this. I don't feel like I need the wooden knife anymore. So I might move it to the side for the moment. Now the problem is if I want... Oh wait, I can put this down here. It has to be in top row, so we'll put the mask in the top row. And then what? Spiked helmet. Needs to be in the top row as well. So I'm going to do this. I guess we gotta do it like this, right? Something like that. The Immortal Tour Cat in Backpack Hero. You lose a spike each turn, but it adds a spike each turn. That's cool. And so now we can just add a mana shard, and then we'll just go. So we're saying goodbye to the wooden buckler and the rough buckler and the wooden knife, but I think we got some good items. All right, something to collect. It heals 5 HP, but we don't need it. So we'll wait until we lose some HP. We're gonna do this encounter up here. Oh, I forgot that got rid of what was there to collect. But I think I want a battle for experience. Now, this enemy doesn't do anything, but it's called the Hermit Crab Bomb. What do you think it does? What do you think the Crab Bomb does if it's not doing anything for a turn or two? No missing HP to heal. True. And then we've got the Bearded Dragon here. It's looking to add burn, and what burn does is it's a debuff that accumulates over time, and it deals that much damage to us. So what does this do again? So deals 5 damage because it does base 2 plus 3 from the plasma sword and adds freeze to the enemy. What does freeze do? I guess we'll find out. So I'm gonna do this. We'll do this. What does it do? We'll receive 3 additional damage when attacked. Well, that's pretty good. So we'll do this, and then we'll do this. And we defeat the Hermit Bomb Crab. And then we end turn. So I'm not worried about the burn being inflicted here, because we have this armor which blocks the burn damage anyway. It says this can be blocked. There's other types of debuff over time damage that can't be blocked by block. So poison, for example, goes through it. Alright. So it's looking to do 9 damage. We've got 6 block already. So we'll just block once. Also, we can just add dodge. But it's going to attack twice, so that goes through the dodge. So we'll go Night Shield. Oh! So it costs 0 to use as well. That's awesome. So 4 and 5 is 9, plus 3 is 12. We got 13 blocks, so we don't have to do any more. We're going to Frozen Hammer them. So now they've got the freeze, so they receive additional damage. 3 additional damage when attacked. So we can go Plasma Sword, costs 0 to use. And then we finish them off with the Scimitar by the looks. Yeah, I'm just talking through it all so that, you know, you can all sort of play along at home. Yeah? Alright, let's do this. And I don't know where I want to put the others. Maybe we just do something like this. That might be alright. Get some items. What have we got here? So, the Sweaty Towel. The unfortunate thing about Sweaty Towel, even though it adds like so much block, it adds burn to you as well. So it's like kind of cool, but not really. Not unless you're trying to build up burn. Poison Potion is a consumable. Blessed Herb creates a blessing. What's blessing do again? I think a blessing will, like, mid-combat give you something random. I think that's what it does. Ghost knows the answer. Ghost will know. Adds an energy and adds luck. I think I like that to help us farm for better stuff. Disgusting Food gives us energy, but it also deals damage to us. flower, add haste, but it's destroyed as well. So these are all like consumables, right? So I like the flowers. We'll take the food just in case. I think we're gonna get rid of the mana shard here. And I'll take the poison potion. Cool. Burn doesn't go through block. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Block blocks burn. Blessing is an item that lasts until the end of combat. Yeah, so it can like give you something, right? Unknown event, chest of valuables, heal, and then a vision of danger. We'll do the unknown event. We are meted by a member of the patrol. The squirrel looks at you absent-mindedly. Long ago, I retired from the patrol, he says. Now, I spend my days adventuring and reliving my glory days. Don't need much of my old equipment anymore. Can I interest you in something? We can take a shield, a weapon, or something to eat. I usually take the shield here. Our weapons are pretty good. Right, we've got the plasma sword and we've got the scimitar. We have like just the one shield, right? So maybe we look at like the shields. What do you think? We're doing all right. This is a pretty solid start to this run. I think I might take the shield. Honestly. From beneath his bushy tail, he pulls a shield. This may protect you. Remember, loot is only valuable if you make it back alive. Ooh. On taking damage, add 9 block. The Boohoo Buckler. That's funny. And also, pretty good. I'm pretty happy with picking that up. I'm going to remove the disgusting food and we'll add the Boohoo Buckler. That's funny. It's awesome, right? Because it takes up very little space. So I like that. Lil Tone, you're hating the Iron Hands? Yeah, I know. It's rough, fella. I might do the Vision of Danger now. And we'll see. Oh, Ghost, what is with this? Because I can't interact with All Mate here. I don't know how it works. Alright, we're going to do the chest. What is it? We've got the wand, but I'm not really interested. So this is the type of weapon that would consume, or the type of thing that will consume the mana if you've got mana in your build. Each turn, if connected to 1 mana, it removes a mana. So basically it's saying that it connects. If it's connected to a mana item, then it'll consume 1 mana. It deals 3 damage to all enemies. Stacking Star creates a shuriken in the space, deals 3 damage, and it is destroyed. So that's pretty good. I like Poison Potion though, so I'm not that interested. My first wand adds regen to self +1 to mana cost this turn. So this is pretty cool. That's pretty strong as like a self heal, but we don't really have space for it. Cursed Potion creates a curse and adds great luck. So I'm not feeling that one either. We've got the flowers, so Ghost, it shows you the boss on floor 3. Really? Oh, okay. So this is the enemy that I'll face at the end. Okay, I understand. Lil Tone, you play Gardevoir EX and it's frustrating. I know. Don't you worry, I'm right there with you. That's why at Brisbane Regionals, I was playing Emergency Jelly in my deck. So that they couldn't retaliate into Gardevoir so easily. And it was like kind of good. It was kind of good. I'll say that much. Unknown event. We got enemies. We got a merchant. Enemies. Something to collect. Let's fight. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Ghost. So we got 3 enemies here. We got a snail. It's presenting 6 damage. We got a gremlin. It's got 5. And then we got another snail. And it's looking to do 9 damage. And it's going to apply goo. So it creates a hazard in our backpack. Destroys all adjacent hazards on use. Is that how that works? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. We'll find out. First of all, let's figure out how much damage they're presenting. This is 20 damage, so I think we want to armor up. Armor up! I don't know if any of you have played Hearthstone. Also, I think I'm going to use up the poison potion here. We'll use that up. And I think we'll use up the flowers as well. I think... Actually, I'm going to target down the red snail. So let's do Frozen Hammer first. That applies the freeze. So now our other weapons will do more damage, right? So we're going to go boom. We're going to use the Scimitar because it's doing like a lot of damage here. Because the freeze damage, and it's been buffed by adjacent items being destroyed, right? So, boom. Oh, if only I could do just a little bit more. That's alright. End turn. So it's putting goo in our bag. Is that basically what it does, Ghost? What else does it do? Uh-oh. It's spread. Destroys all adjacent hazards. Okay, so if I click it... Okay, that's cool. Yes, got rid of it. So we're facing 8 damage now. We could also just go for the win here. So we'll do that. Curse Sword. We'll do how much damage? 10 damage. Base 7 plus 3. And then we go... Boom. Wow, we're missing 1? It might die to poison, actually. Yeah, GG's. So let's get some items. What have we got? Crossbow? No. Take another shoe hat. Blessed potion. Leather cap. Catapult. For each adjacent hazard or diagonal hazard. So if we fill our bag with hazards, we can catapult. That's kind of funny, but I don't know if we can use it very well, can we? Bigger sword. The club? Nah. Scimitar's good. It'd be really nice if we could make room for this. So we want like this, right? And put this here. Oh, this is not armor? Oh, that's annoying. Anyhow, we'll take a blessed potion. We can take another shoe hat. Why not? I like having all this block to work with. We can always get rid of it too. Alright. I like the boohoo buckler. That's funny. We're crushing it. The heck? This game's easy. This game's easy. I got another fight. 11 damage. We've already got 13 being produced by the shoe hat, the second shoe hat, the leather cap. So we're sort of like good to go. So I'm gonna go Frozen Hammer, Plasma Sword. I'm gonna use up the Blessing as well. What this does? Ambrosio. Adds 1 dodge to self, 2 rage, and 2 haste. What does haste do? I guess we'll find out in a second. Yeah, we got a thing there too. Haste is add 2 additional block when blocking. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's cool. 14 damage out of the scimitar. Strong. And we still have 1 more energy. Not bad. So I think we just go boom, 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 block. So we're crushing this. Not bad. What have we got? Cursed Blade. For each adjacent curse, do more damage. Well, we're not really producing curse, so I'm not really looking to make use of that. Bronze breastplate is very interesting if we can fit it. It takes up a lot of room is the problem. But the breastplate is good. We could just take consumables here. I don't know, it's a bit tough. We haven't got a lot of room. The glowy sword, this one. Toxic kunai. Deals 3 damage to all enemies and 6 poison. Which is another damage over time effect. I would really like the bronze breastplate here. But maybe we wait for something better. Adjacent and diagonal armor. So that's armor. This is armor. This is armor. That is armor. Dang, dude. This is armor as well. Drop the shield? No, it's what's giving us so much block to work with. I think we just take the kunai. I think that's probably it for now. We haven't really got space for the rest, so we'll just deal with it. Okay. Fight the dragons? Sure. Bearded dragon. We're facing burn being applied. Adds 2 burn to self. So it's burned? But this is applying burn to us. Okay. 5 damage. We got 13, so we got a lot to work with. I'm just going to go Frozen Hammer, Plasma Sword. I might just kunai and do that. And then we do this. They're going to apply burn. It doesn't do too much to us. And we just attack. Easy peasy. Cauldron. Creates a potion. So Cauldron, if we could make room for it, is really interesting because it's an accessory that can produce more for you. And so like anything that can produce more stuff for you is really appealing. Because you got an item that can create infinite value. This item is heavy, so what it means is if I try to put it up here, it will force itself to the bottom of the bag. And then items that float do the opposite. Cool drink. Adds an energy. Adding energy is pretty good. We got another toxic kunai. I could go the flowers to try and farm more like better items. But we're doing pretty good at the moment. Oh, yeah, we could just put it here and get rid of the cap. It is doing a lot, but I think we'll do this and we'll try and farm better items. I'm not really interested in the rest. Maybe I should get rid of this though. Yeah, I think flower is good. We're scaling. Valuables, unknown event, something here to collect. Alright, let's do the first unknown event. Another member of the patrol. Last time we took a shield, right? It was pretty good. Let's take a weapon. Ooh. Dark Wand? Nah. Because we haven't got the setup for it. So that's a whiff. But that's alright. And so, if you didn't realize by now, every time you play the game, it's like randomized, and that's what makes it exciting, right? You can't always know the perfect way to play the game, but there will always be a perfect way to play the game. So that's like the enticing thing about it. And it's up to you to squeeze the value out of every moment and position and choice. Because if you play suboptimally, later on in the game, when things get very difficult, if you didn't make the right choices earlier on, then you might get punished for it. So you see a wall up ahead, and you think you need to turn back, and then you realize it's not a wall, it's a huge rodent, a capybara. Hello, friend, he says. I'm looking for items of this type. Arrow. I do not have any. My apologies, Mr. Capybara. Let's go to the merchant. Let's see what they got. Spend some money. On kill, it creates a gem. On use, it deals 1 damage. Each turn, for each adjacent gem, plus 1 damage this combat. That's cool. But we would have to give up, I think, the frozen hammer. And we need a lot of space to facilitate the pickaxe. I'm not a fan. The robes, though. Again, we're not doing like a magic build, so we got the shiv. It's just like an extra source of damage. It can be nice, but I don't think we need it. I actually don't think we need anything here. Yeah. Let's visit everything. We get some EXP. We actually level up off that too. Choose 3 spaces. So, I guess it's 1, 2, 3, something like that. And so now I need to rearrange things. Because these need to be in the top row, right? Was there an arrow in the store? I guess we can double check. Let's double check. Ooh. Good call, good call. We'll take it. Give the arrow. He takes your item. That's great, he says. Maybe you want one of these instead. For each structure to the right, do +2 damage. So structures are a type of item that you can collect. And they have different effects. It's like another class synergy. Bricks, yeah. Explosive arrow. For each empty space to the right, it does +1 damage. Deals 1 damage to all enemies. That's cool. We don't have a bow. Oh, what's this? Short arrow. It was like hiding underneath it. For each empty space to the right, +1 damage. So it's just, yeah, just a regular arrow. We'll just take it. Can we take them all? Alright. Chest of valuables. Oh, it was an enemy. Look, it's a little crustal. Alright. 12 damage. We're already preventing 11, which is not too bad at all. Well, we might as well prevent it all. Getting hit by a brick would hurt. True. True. Alright, what have we got? Bowblade. Oh, and what does the transform do? Alright. Ooh. So you can, some items can transform. You gotta spend mana to do it, but it can go between one to the other. Fires the first arrow in each row to the right. That's cool. We might take that. Bowblade. Damage knife. Don't need that. Cavefish. Apprentice staff? No. No. So we could take this. The problem is we don't have enough empty spaces. I don't know how I'm gonna fix that. So I could get rid of the scimitar, right? How am I gonna make that room? Try the scimitar? Oh wait, but the scimitar is rare. Ah, I like the scimitar, dude. I like the scimitar. Bro, we don't need clean burn. And I really want the block here so that we get as much value out of the shield. Dang, dude. Everything has to be in the top row as well. It's very annoying. Is Forest of Giant Plants banned in GLC? I'm not sure about the answer to that. I don't know. I think we'll take the Bowblade with us for now. We'll take it with us for now. I'm not sure if I'm going to hang on to them, but yeah. Let's see what else there is. Money. All right, we're going to go to the Forge. So the Forge lets us spend to improve what we've got. Add 1 haste to a shield. 2 burn to a weapon seems good. We'll add it to the plasma sword, I think, since we get to guaranteed use it every turn. So I like that because it's 0 cost. Like, you're always gonna use this. And then what? And then like a shield, maybe? Haste to a shield? I kind of want to save my gold, though, too. Alright, we're up to the finale. So this is the end of the first dungeon area, if you like. There's not very much going on here, except there is a boss here, the Ferret King. So let's go fight them. This enemy is a bit stronger than usual fare, as you can see. 150 HP. 14 damage. We're not too worried. I'm going to start with... So let's keep an eye on this. We want to block just a little bit. Block that damage a little bit. And then we'll go Frozen Hammer. And then we're going to go Plasma Sword. So how much would this do? Fires the first arrow. And the arrow is going to do 1 damage. So not too good. Because of the positioning of stuff in our bag, right? You can sell things in the store. Oh, yeah, true. I think that's the end of our turn. So what are you doing? Summon an enemy. So I think we want to try and just target them down real quick. So we'll go boom, 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 boom. All right. I will get 0 experience for defeating the rabbit. So I'm going to ignore the rabbit. I'm going to go Knight Shield. And then we're going to go boom, 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 and turn. This enemy, which is the boss, is taking both poison and burn, which is quite nice. I think we win on this turn, so we'll go Frozen Hammer. Reapply the freeze, and then we go Plasma Sword, and then we go Scimitar. And then this enemy will flee. And we don't care about it running away because we get no experience from it anyway. So that's cool. What do we get? Ice Cream? Your energy... Is this Slay the Spire? Your energy starts at 1 and increases each turn. Ooh, so that's not quite Slay the Spire. It's very interesting, though. So you get, like, a ramping amount of energy by having the Ice Cream Relic. Egg Timer. All weapons get this effect applied. On use, get +1 damage this combat. Each turn, lose 2 HP. I don't know about that. There'll be, like, weapons where that's really useful, especially the ones that, like, do a lot of damage everywhere. Good with the Rogue Mask, is it? Oh, do you mean Ice Cream is good with the Rogue Mask? Fluffy Cotton. Each turn, for each energy, remove 1 energy and add 3 mana. So we're not going to take the Fluffy Cotton. I'm considering this. Egg Timer. So there'll be weapons that do like AoE, and this effect will be really strong with them. But I don't think that we're sort of building towards that. So we'll take the Ice Cream. And then we're finished. And then there's just a few things left here. We took a little bit of damage. So we'll heal. Gain 5 max health is what we'll do. Yeah, nice. And then we'll head to the chest of valuables, open it up. Egg Timer would proc the Boohoo shield. Ooh. Ooh, that's not bad. But we're also like blocking so much initially. So what we got? Yellow Rose. Adds an additional spike for each rose in this row or column. Each turn, add spikes. Brick. So this is one of the structure items. It just adds block for each brick you have, or every structure item. Rough Whetstone. Adjacent weapons get +3 damage this turn. So you have to use it. It costs energy, but it adds damage. The rose is tempting. So, like, I kind of don't care much for these. But I think I'm better off, like, hanging on to them to sell. I really want to take this now, though. So I think we get rid of the bow blade, and we take this. And then we could just take, like, this. Yeah. Alright, cool. And then what happens is after you beat the boss, you can either you can choose which way to go. We could go to the deep cave, or we can go to the enchanted swamp. So I'll take Deep Cave. Right, we'll go here. And so this is kind of like the loop of the game, right? We now go to a new area. The enemies are going to be more difficult to fight, and then we continue continue battling until presumably, and I say presumably because I've not finished a run of this game yet, until we hit the end. So, but look, what I'm going to do is I'm going to save our game. Yeah, that looks like it's saved. And I think I'm going to call it there. It is a Wednesday after all, so I'm expecting my partner to be home any minute. And yeah, it was just nice to sort of finish the stream with something a little bit different. See if it appeals to anybody. See what we're doing. Yeah. Just doing something a little bit different. Alright, well, look. I think that even though there's only like a small group of us, it's still only right that we send a raid over to Triple, who is streaming Pokemon TCG live at the moment. So Triple, of course, subscribed earlier in the stream, so this is my thanks to him. Thank you all for being here, and I'll see you in the next live stream or video. Otherwise, hit us up in the Discord and you can talk to me between streams and we can hang out and have a good time and share memes and talk about cards. Alright, thanks everybody. Goodbye, enjoy.
They just waste our time until they decide to scoop.
This is a cluster full of high-value customers with untapped buying potential. MailChimp uses real-time behavior data to personalize product recommendations and VIP